Dr. Dark Rye already, my goodness. Alright, let's get started, boys and girls. How are you? What's up? My name is Adrian. Welcome to a watch along where we are watching Real Madrid versus Chelsea. I've had a very busy morning and I can't speak. That's one thing. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to even look at the starting lineups yet. So let's both have a look together. Because I see Marcelo in the tunnel and that has me a little bit surprised. So Thibaut Courtois is in goal. Dani Carvajal. Right back, Raphael Varane. Eder Militão. And Nacho Fernandez. Wait, what? I don't think that this is the correct lineup that I'm seeing here because I see Marcelo. Marcelo for who? For Nacho? I guess we'll find out in a sec. That's my bad. Oh, now they've changed it. There we go. Hey. Nacho, Raphael Varane, Eder Militão, Dani Carvajal as the right wing back, Marcelo on the left, Toni Kroos, Casemiro and Luka Modric in the midfield. Now this is making more sense. Karim Benzema and Vinicius up front. And then for Chelsea, it's a similar sort of, 3-4-2-1 that they always play. And they have Thiago Silva, Antonio Rudiger and Christensen at the back. Azpilicueta and Chilwell are on the flanks, and in the midfield, Jorginho and N'Golo Kante. Mason Mount and Christian Pulisic are playing right behind Timo Werner. No Kai Havertz. Well. I mean, Marcelo is a bit of a surprise, but man, I did not. At least in the left wing back, that sort of relieves him of some of the defensive duties because there's that constant sort of meme going around about, well, it's not even a meme, it's an actual stat about how in the last 2 years or so when he's been starting, Real Madrid have been losing far more matches than when he's off the pitch. By the way, Dr. Darkrai already with the donation, my man, before I even got started, he said, guess who's back? Sorry for the absence. Work got the best of me this month. Let's see if Real can make it. Thank you for that donation, Dr. Darkrai. Very much appreciated. Hope work is going well in your new home. Other side of the coin. What's up, man? Thanks for joining me. Good luck to Chelsea out there. You beat fire with fire. Yeah, man. That three at the back from both sides. Zidane, the adopter of that formation as well in the last couple of months here. Look at this Super League match. Super League from the training center, my friend, as Jurgen Klopp called it. How are we all doing? What are we thinking? What's going to happen out there? What are we thinking is going to happen? Miguel Oliveira says this game is going to be awkward. Yes, sir. I mean, all of the, like Agnelli and Florentino Perez just left with absolute egg on their face. Adrian is Diaz passing the Neymar test tomorrow. He just might. We'll see. I'm excited for that game, though. That is going to be another great match. What is going on with my framing? There we go. Got to figure it out now. But yeah, 2-0 Real says Chaos. You drinking chocolate milk? Nah, man. I'm having a protein iced coffee. Oh, Darkrai still haven't gotten inside the lab. 1-1 draw, you're saying? How long till the game starts? It's starting any second now, actually. We are starting in any second. Benzema is about to kick off. Will the referee let it happen? Taking a while. Werner Masterclass coming, says Robert. Attaboy, Ryan. Keep on saving the kids, man. Milton, you're going to miss this game because of work? That's unfortunate, friend. Unfortunate. All right, here we go. The game has started. A few seconds in. Real Madrid, look at that. Fast, extremely aggressive pressing from Chelsea right off of the hop. They're really going to push that Real Madrid back line, aren't they? Try and make them make mistakes. Look at Marcelo just stepping into midfield. He loses the ball. That's well won by Mason Mount. Miguel, as if, man. No soy in this house. It's bad for you. Actually, I don't know that. Zach. Will Dzeko pass the Lindelof test on Thursday? We'll see. That's the big matchup we're looking forward to. Lindelof versus Dzeko in Dzeko this week. Neymar, forget it. Mbappe, forget it. Yo, Olaf, thanks for joining us. Great to have you back, man. Carl Lucas Snyder, wishing you the best. Kind regards from Victoria, BC. Oh my goodness. My hometown. Shout out Carl. Chelsea on the ball now, settling it down. Impressive from Real Madrid how quickly they're pressing the ball as well as soon as they lose possession. Pulisic to score a brace but pull a hammy. Yeah, that's it, Ryan. The poor guy is extremely injury prone, isn't he? A bit worrying at times. What do you think Benzema's legacy at Real would be? I think that he's leaving quite the legacy now. You know, not too many players in Real Madrid's history have won, 4 European Cups or whatever? Having Varane back is massive for Real Madrid. Nacho, look how deep that cross is dropping in order to play that ball. Dropping into the back line while Nacho moves to the left. Where's Marcelo? I assume pushing all the way forward. He's not even on my screen right now. Love from Botswana. Hey, shout out Botswana. Thank you everyone for joining us. Christensen, Thiago Silva. That's the first bit of bother that they've been in trying to play that ball out. Casemiro versus Kante. What a matchup that is. Casemiro gets the best of Kante on that occasion. Kante wins it back from Marcelo and passes it out of bounds. Not great. Marcelo, WTF. Yeah, man, that's the reaction that I had too. Especially because I checked the lineups before and he wasn't in it. And then I open up my stream on DAZN and he's in there. Thank you, Mike Oliveira. Thank you. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you, man. Here's Werner going in the other direction. Pulisic to his right. He dishes to him. Marcelo can't quite get back. Back to Azpilicueta now. Pulisic surrounded. Ball to the back post. Chilwell. This is good from Chelsea. Mount now. They just can't get that final ball. Decent closing down there from Real Madrid. Chelsea with some good sustained pressure here. Sorry, possession. Oh, Militão goes flying in on a tackle on Mason Mount. And then he ends up holding his face. Ay, ay, ay. That was a poor tackle from Militão. And he knows it. That's why he held his face. Definitely a poor tackle. Yeah, Jonathan, I think people are just surprised to see Marcelo. Less about the formation shape. But just to see Marcelo out there is a little bit surprising because, you know, he doesn't play very often for Real Madrid these days. He has recently got a few appearances. Typically, if Mendy's available, Mendy's in there. Nagelsmann to Bayern, Adrian. Any thoughts? Says Ellie Martinez. By the way, what up, Ellie? Great to have you back. You'll see tomorrow. I wonder what tomorrow's video could be on. Which of these sides has the stronger defense? I mean, if I had to choose one, I would probably choose Chelsea. Just because the record has been insane under Tuchel of late. Well, since Tuchel took over, I should say. But, I mean, Real Madrid's has been pretty decent as well. But, yeah, if I had to choose, I would choose Chelsea. Marcelo is left back or center. He's playing as like a left wing back, basically. So he'll be used primarily going forward, but he'll drop in defense when play is on their side or on the other side of the pitch. Why is the background red? Says Mr. Meeseeks. Or Mr. Seek Me. I just felt like going red today. I mean, we can change it. Good little give and go there. Vinicius showing his pace, getting in behind Azpilicueta, Marcelo, Benzema. Good interplay there from Real Madrid. Benzema back to Marcelo again, to Toni Kroos. Wide to Eder Militão. Muzai Records, my guy. Thanks for coming through. Thank you for that donation. Dropping in quicker than the ESL before work. Thank you, man. Yeah, Dan, I believe that the Euro 2021 squads will be increased to 26, which is great news given, you know, how compact the season has been. It's still amazing to me that they're having it in multiple host cities. I don't know if you guys saw recently on Reddit, someone did a graphic of how the different teams, how much they have to travel. There's some teams that don't have to travel at all. They just stay in their host city. Oh, that's poor from N'Golo Kante to give it away, and a poor final ball from Vinicius, but there's no shock there. But yeah, basically all the host cities get to just stay in the one city and not travel anywhere, whereas teams like Poland are going all over the map, just racking up the air miles. Here's a great run from Mason Mount to get out of his own end. He has Pulisic down the right. Nacho finally noticed Pulisic. And it's a deflected cross. Oh my goodness, what a save. What a save by Timo Courtois. Timo Werner. Right on the doorstep, and Thibaut Courtois stops it. I mean, Werner probably should have finished that, but a great save all the same. Deflected cross from Mount over to Pulisic. Heads it across goal. Great save. And another easy collect from Courtois. Oh, man. Unfortunate for Timo Werner. Either side of the keeper, and that's a goal. I mean, Courtois was getting across well. They showed it from behind the goal. And he was moving across goal to save it. It's not like he just stood in one place and Werner shot it at him. But, I mean, a little further in the corner, and that's a goal. Blame is still ultimately on him. It's more a bad miss than it is a great save. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right, Ryan N. As Ryan said, it's the first team to pull out of the ESL versus the one that started it, or at least was at the heart of it all. Florentino, Mr. Florentino, El Presidente. Oh, as Piliqueta, that's a great ball, and Werner can't quite reach it. Akshu says, this has been the story of Timo Werner. He's getting into great movements, and his movement off the ball has been excellent, but he just can't finish it. Yeah, it's wild to see. It wasn't really an issue for him at RB Leipzig. Unfortunate to see. But I'm still a believer that he'll be a great signing for them in the end, you know? Because like Akshu was saying, he is getting in those good places. It's not, you know, it's not that he's just like dawdling off the ball and not generating opportunities for his teammates or anything. No, he's getting a lot of assists. He plays important roles in the build-up play. This is a good attack from Chelsea once again. Chilwell blocked by Dani Carvajal. But yeah, it's just the finishing that's missing from Werner. That's it. He sorts that out and he'll be a dominant player in the attack for them. Chelsea with a great little spell of, you know, attacking moments here. Corner kick. Coming in. Headed away by Varane. Hear me out, Werner as a box-to-box midfielder. Now, Kante, who's looked decent on the ball. Just got home. What did I miss? Tony, you missed Werner nearly scoring. Oh, ball over the top to Pulisic. Pulisic in behind on Courtois. Steps inside. Open goal. And he finishes. 1-0 Chelsea. They get the away goal. It's like Real Madrid fell asleep at the back. It's as if they thought that, you know, it was offside or something, because that was some very, very sleepy play from them. And Pulisic had all the time in the world to cut inside on Courtois, but no, there's no way that was offside, right? It's just sleepy defense. Looks like it's a goal. Looks like 1-0. There it is. After so much talk of play Pulisic, he's getting the starts now, man. I can already see BR Football milking this goal. Oh, yep. It's gonna be a lot of American footballer propaganda. Nice goal there from Pulisic, rounding Courtois like that. Oh yeah, he was way onside. Marcelo so deep, playing him on. Mr. Rabona, are you American or Canadian? I am Canadian. Is this where Chelsea's attack clicks into gear? Finally. Goals have been hard to come by under Thomas Tuchel. Like I said in the preview, they've only scored more than 2 goals on one occasion since he's taken over, against Crystal Palace. JD, I'm doing well, man. Thank you for asking. Long ball forward. Real Madrid, Militão and Varane are just not communicating out there. Someone call out. Organize. Corner kick for Chelsea. The onslaught continues. What have Real Madrid offered going forward? That's what I want to know. Absolutely nothing. Vinicius putting pressure on Jorginho. Why is Ramos not playing? Because he's been out injured for a while. Rudiger on the ball now. Free kick for Chelsea. I agree with you, Prakar. When Pulisic is, has a decent run where he's not getting injured and he can find his form, he is a lethal player. Such a joy to watch when he's in form. Benzema, nearly gets that through to Vinicius, who's now offside. Thankfully, Benzema didn't play that to him. Militão. America, says Ryan Reed. Are they playing in Spain? Yeah, they are. They're playing at the Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium, Real Madrid, one of their training grounds. Valdebebas. Yeah, Dan, I know you're saying it to Zach. I know you're talking to Zach. Sorry. I won't butt in, or I will butt in actually on this occasion. But yeah, the chat has been good so far, which is great, which shows that, it's a lot of guys that are just from the channel that are watching it with us. I don't know if there's any new guys in the chat. Maybe there are. If there are, subscribe, drop a like if you're enjoying what you see. Plenty of more on the channel to enjoy as well. Here's Marcelo going forward. Vinicius absolutely spins Azpilicueta. Cuts back inside to Casemiro. Someone asked Adrian when Ronaldo was in his prime. Wasn't it around like 2012 or something like that he was in his prime? 2012, 2013, around there. At least from a goal-scoring point of view, that's for sure. He was just destroying La Liga alongside Messi. He was at his peak around 2011-12 as well when it comes to goals. Courtois. Real starting to take a little more control over this game after that long, about 10-minute spell where Chelsea were really running things, putting a lot of pressure on that back line. Now they're starting to play on the front foot a little bit more. Toni Kroos really has to drop deep, though, to get any sort of time and space on the ball. Not that that's anything new. He's want to do that, drop deep and send those long bombs forward. But with the way that Chelsea defends, it's going to be rare that you're going to be able to get your players over or in behind the defenders from a ball over the top. And then you see Chelsea going in the other direction and Werner nearly getting through once again. Has an American ever scored in a Champions League semifinal before? Um, I'm not very well versed in the American football history, but I would assume so. I would assume that Pulisic is the first American to score in the semifinal. That's right, Eli Martinez. We're in first so far, but we've had a lot of challengers recently. Tyler Adams has? Ah, okay. Aren't you American? No. I'm not American, guys. And like I said, Olaf, I'm not well versed in American football history. So if Tyler Adams has scored in a semifinal, then he did last season, didn't he? Did he? I don't remember anymore. It's all such a blur for me now. Here's Pulisic running the other direction. Werner to his right. That's a poor pass from Pulisic. Real Madrid with nowhere to go. Casemiro. Benzema. Toni Kroos. Benzema again. Ooh, off the post from Benzema. What a strike. My goodness. That left-footed strike was headed straight for the top corner. What a strike that was. Oh my God. Lashed it. Now, Conte going forward. Conte. Werner played out of bounds again. Another poor ball through to Werner, unfortunately. First it was Pulisic playing Werner through, out of reach. Then Conte. No wonder Tuchel is getting frustrated. Conte's passing is abysmal, says Olaf. Yeah, it hasn't been good, has it? It hasn't been very good. He's looked good when he's dribbling forward with the ball, but as far as his passing goes, it's been a yikes. And that's a big yikes from Toni Kroos as well. Hey, thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. Like I've said, I still just need to get the plant for right here, and all will be beautiful. Now Conte driving forward again. Let's see how good his final ball is this time. Decent. Pulisic squares to Chilwell, whose strike just dribbles out. I agree, Ryan. It has been a good first half so far. Usually at this point, if there's no goal, people in the chat are saying, "Ugh, boring. Ugh." Adrian, were you late? Nah, I'm not late. If you're talking about if I'm behind the match, I mean, and I feel like I go through this every time. I should just make a permanent text that just sits right here. I watch on DAZN, which is an online streaming service, so there's probably a delay there, I would assume. And then on top of that, there's the delay from the streaming as well. So I'm typically about, 15 to 30 seconds behind a live broadcast that's on TV. Have to explain that every single time. uh, change the color to blue. I could do that since Chelsea's winning. Let's do it. Let's stick with tradition here. Boom. There you go. Blue it is. Easier on the eyes, isn't it? Damn, he got a real nose and profile view. Hell yeah, man. I've got a big beak. Where have I seen that referee? I can't remember. I haven't seen this referee yet. Thankfully, we haven't had to see him too often. There hasn't been many calls in this game, has there? Oh, as I say that, foul on Pulisic from Vinicius. And a yellow card. This referee with the wet face looks like he's something out of like a, what's it called? American Psycho. You think Abraham is underrated by the managers? Still Chelsea's top scorer and barely features now, says James Hovell. I mean, do I think that Tammy Abraham is on a technical level of the players that are out there right now? No. Do I think that he's as lethal of a finisher as Olivier Giroud? No. And so I think that he sort of falls, in this sort of never... the sort of nether regions where he's just stuck on the bench all the time. It's unfortunate for him because, he's a decent striker. He was doing well last season. He was the top scorer for Chelsea for a long time, even this season, despite not playing. Pulisic driving forward again. Every time Chelsea go forward, it looks like they could score a goal. Here's Conte wide on the right. Do they get it to him? They don't. No Ramos, no party, says Vociferous. Yeah, it's looking tough for them back there. Real Madrid going in the other direction. That's good vision from Benzema. Toni Kroos. Wide to Vinicius. Vinicius rolls it through. And it's a corner kick for Real Madrid. Who do I think will win the whole thing? Something tells me PSG might do it. I don't know. But getting through Man City is not going to be easy. Marcelo, ball deep. Casemiro back across the box. Benzema. Oh my goodness. What a goal from Benzema to take that down and slam it into the back of the net like that. 1-1. We got a game. We've got a game here, guys. And the Viking in the stands. Stands up. What a goal from Karim Benzema. My God, he's been playing so well this season. Casemiro. Benzema. Yeah, that's a beautiful goal. It's a beautiful goal. Off of his forehead, actually. The control with the forehead from point blank like that. Barely had time to even think. And just lashes it past Mendy. My goodness. AV Gaming. What's up, man? Thanks for that donation, man. It really means a lot. And he says, what's up, my dude? Which team do you wish lifts the title also? El Clasico tomorrow will be fun. Which team do I wish lifts the title? Oh my gosh, you're telling me to choose between PSG, Real Madrid, Chelsea, and Man City? I got to choose from one of those teams? I mean, like I always say, if it's not Benfica, I don't really care what's going on. I'm just watching for pleasure, just to enjoy the game. But it would be nice in a screw the Super League kind of sense if PSG won it. A lot of people probably wouldn't like that because of, all the money that's pumped into PSG. I'm sort of over it at this point, So it would be kind of cool to see that. It'd be kind of cool to see them get their redemption after last season. And it would be great to see Pochettino leave Tottenham and win a trophy. And win the biggest trophy in European football after leaving Tottenham. I mean, it would just go to show Harry Kane once again that you got to leave that club if you want a chance at winning titles. Just ask Kyle Walker, Any watch-alongs this Thursday? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I mean, maybe. Change the color to brown. I don't know if I can, actually. Could I? Make it as ugly as possible in here? Brown. Close. That's close to brown. No, we'll keep it white now. Actually, we'll put it to pink. Make a video about the Qatar World Cup. It's a little early for that. But I will definitely be doing Qatar World Cup coverage. Oh, Vinicius skins Jorginho. He's been decent on the ball so far, Vinicius. Cutting inside. Rolls it over to Carvajal. Benzema in a wide position. Picks out Toni Kroos. Sets himself for the shot, and it's wide. Decent. Madrid are looking much better after that slow start, aren't they? Salvador Rodriguez with the donation, and he says, turn it to brown because Madrid are Marcelo. Good interplay between Marcelo and Benzema. Marcelo cutting inside. I mean, Marcelo is a wide man, as a left midfielder or a left winger or something. That's fine. But in the defensive positions, he just can't be trusted anymore. Can't play in a back line anymore. Adnan Malik says, how big a role will experience play in this match? I think that experience in this round will play a huge role. In this match in particular, we'll see. We'll see if this Chelsea team starts to get a little bit rattled after they've lost control of the match a little bit. Isai Lujan, hey man, what's up? Hope you're enjoying this match so far if you're watching. Match slowing down a little bit as the rain pours. Yeah, Andres Guzman, you might have a point there, man. PSG may have been waiting to see, what the reaction to the Super League was, and then they'd sort of make their decision based on that. So you might be right there, my friend. Pulisic with another attempt to get the ball into the box. Does better that time, but it's just rising a little too high for Timo Werner. Hey, Chandler Smith. Welcome. Welcome. And thank you for that donation, Chandler. Who would win in a fight, Sergio Ramos or a polar bear, he says. That's a good question. I would say that Sergio Ramos would absolutely win every single time. I don't know. Are we doing boxing? Because then it's Sergio Ramos every time. If we're going bare knuckle, I think that the polar bear probably has a better opportunity to win. But I mean, Sergio Ramos is probably the kind of guy that will poke the bear in the eyes. You know, he'd probably bite the bear as well. He would fight just like the bear does. So I think that they're sort of on an even ground there. Is he as strong as a polar bear? Definitely not. But he has a good chance. In reality, he'd get shredded. Will Mbappe play tomorrow? Asks Martin. I'm not quite sure. He did take a little bit of a knock last weekend and missed training, I believe. I would assume that he will be playing. I'd be very surprised if he's not, but we'll see. Hey, Adrian, I'm that Twitter short video guy. You'll have to jog my memory, Pradnesh. Corner kick for Chelsea here. 37th minute. We're in it. Julien Laurent said Mbappe should play. I trust Julien. Yeah, man. Jules is dope. Some funny takes every once in a while, but who doesn't have a bad take now and then? I have bad takes. Yellow card for Christian Pulisic for that tackle on Marcelo. It is absolutely pouring in Madrid right now. Just as it was in the in El Clasico. Rudiger with a blind clearance that just works out for him. Is Hazard on the pitch? No, Bodu, he is not. I don't even know if he's in the squad. Let me see. Oh yeah, he's in the squad. He's on the bench. Eden Hazard is in the squad. Jesus Borgono. Thank you for that donation, Jesus. Number 7. Siete. I'll get it. There we go. Jesus, my man. He says, hey, Adrian, where do you get your music from? Okay, so I get a lot of my music. There's actually just like the YouTube free library. Other than that, I look for like copyright free music that you still have to attribute the artist for, of course. Score predictions for tomorrow. Tomorrow, Man City, PSG. PSG is the home team, I think. Not that it even makes a difference these days, right? But I think that PSG, I think that the first leg is going to be a draw. I think the first leg is going to be a draw in that one. And what was your final question? And who wins in boxing? Rio Ferdinand versus Jake Paul. I feel like Rio Ferdinand could really pack a punch. Jake Paul, I mean, has been... He fought... Who did he fight? A basketball player and a wrestler or something? Or the guy that has suffered the most knockouts in UFC history or something like that? I can't remember. Don't ask me for UFC stats because they'll be very inaccurate. But he hasn't exactly been fighting, true boxers. Is Rio Ferdinand a true boxer? I don't know. But I'd go with Rio on that one. I think that Rio could pull it off. Now, Chelsea going in the other direction. Timo Werner. Strike is wide. Enjoy dinner, Mike. Oh, fastest knockout, says Adnan. Okay. Thank you, man. Chelsea trying to grab hold of the game a little bit more. Hey, Adrian, there been any great balls yet? Thank you, Zach. Love you too. There's been some decent balls. Yeah, there's been some decent balls out there. For sure. Killing Time BR, I'm about to get vaccinated. Hey, good for you, man. Getting that Moderna, that Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson. What brand? What are you getting? What kind? Thiago Silva, wide to Christensen, who's pushed up the pitch further. Ooh, a slip from Espilicueta and Pulisic. Now, can Real Madrid capitalize on this? Good ball forward to Toni Kroos. If that's someone else, he may get there, but Toni Kroos going for that ball, not happening. Adrian, how are throw-in stats? Any clear insight there? Let me just take a quick look at the throw-ins. Throw-in watch. Throw-ins. Oh my goodness. It is absolute domination from Real Madrid when it comes to throw-ins. They have 10 throw-ins to Chelsea's 5. Now, this is something that Thomas Tuchel is really going to have to address at halftime, is the amount of throw-ins that Chelsea are winning. They need to make that a priority to get more away throw-ins in this tie, because all the away throw-ins count just as much as the away goals. So this is something that they're going to have to work on throughout this match. Ooh, Mohammed Zakaria Ali is already fully controlled by Mr. Bill Gates. Congratulations on your double dose, man. PH2 says he needs to put Kai in there. Werner isn't doing anything. I mean, I don't think that Werner's been necessarily bad. His finishing was poor in that moment. He did not capitalize on that moment. But other than that, I think that, Werner has done what he's needed to do. He's drawn the attention away from Pulisic and Mount in the attack. And DAZN is crashing on me. Thank God. Thank God for that. What's a watch along if you're actually watching the match? Who needs to? Not me. Let me try French commentary. Usually that stream is better. Oh, yeah. Killing time, kind of like the Super League. Yeah, it was great watching the Super League for 48 hours. And that's half. That is half. It was a pretty good half, actually, wasn't it? It was entertaining half. A couple of goals, some good opportunities. Do you speak French? No, not really. I had to pass a few French classes and do a spoken test in university, but I mean, I went from university to straight to working in an anglophone office, so I lost my French pretty quickly. If I go out to a restaurant, if I go to the grocery store, if I'm out about on town and I need to, ask for something, I'll do fine, but I can't write very well. Like I couldn't write a report in French. I couldn't have a very engaging conversation with someone in French anymore. But it's definitely, like I could read it fine and everything. Thoughts on Benzema, says Samantha. Samantha Littlewood. I think that Benzema has been Real Madrid's best attacker as per, the script of the entire season. He's been that guy over and over and over again. He's having a banner year for them, as I said in the preview. And in this game, it's all the hallmarks of a Benzema match. Great strike from outside of the box that he was unlucky to not score from as it hit the post. Great distribution, dropping deep, combining with Marcelo or Vinicius or whoever it may be. His good vision when he gets pushed out to the flank. He can pick out Toni Kroos in the middle or whoever. He's having a great game. Arguably the best player on the pitch. Pulisic is putting in a good run for his money, but yeah, it's been a solid match. Chelsea are getting a lot more space in the attack. A lot of Real Madrid's players are pushing far up the pitch, and there's a little bit of space in between the midfield and the back line that they're able to exploit. Whereas Real Madrid are not having any joy in getting balls over the top or playing balls through to run onto because Chelsea are defending so well, so deep as well. But yeah, that should cover it. I mean, Moza, those are my thoughts on Madrid so far, basically. I think that the defense is looking a little bit shaky. And both sides have been a little bit untidy with their final ball. More so, I would say, Real Madrid. Seems like they're trying to force it. Chelsea wasting so many chances, says H Game. Thoughts on Werner, Adrian? Again, I think that Werner has been playing well. He's been getting into the right positions. He's been, drawing the attention away from his other attackers in Mount and Pulisic or Kante as he's driving forward. It's just unfortunate that he couldn't finish off that chance that he had when he was sort of facing Thibaut Courtois, and Courtois got away or got across in time to get a leg on it. Haverton in the second half, says Harish. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Yeah. Kante is just walking through us, man. It's embarrassing. Yeah, he's driving through that Real Madrid midfield very quickly. The gap between the back line and the midfield for Real Madrid has been a little bit surprising. Usually, Casemiro is dropping in to split the D, but I guess with a back three, it's more difficult for him. When they play with a back four, typically Casemiro is dropping in between the two center backs, but with a back three, it seems like there's, some figuring out to do for them. Maybe that's down to the fact that, Kroos and Modric aren't getting back as much as they should, whereas Chelsea typically play with that sort of double pivot in the midfield. Those two central midfielders that sit in front of the center backs and make it pretty much penetrable for them. Jorginho and Kante. But yeah, Kante is really doing a good job of driving forward. Jorginho is very much, disciplined and staying back. Leif Järvinen was out for work till now. How was the game so far? It's been a really good game. It's been a very good game. And with the rain pouring down, hopefully we'll see more players slipping, some mistakes happening, some more goals. I'd be very much into that. Nacho is a bit shaky. Yeah, he's not having his best performance out there. Militao as well has not been incredible. The Pride of Pennsylvania scored for Chelsea, says Urias Tosh. That's it. Mr. Hershey. Should be 3 or 4-1 to Chelsea, says Bilal Ahmed. Yeah, Chelsea have had some decent opportunities. I don't know about 3 or 4 opportunities worth of goals, or 3 or 4 goals worth of opportunities, but Benzema came really close to Real Madrid also when he hit the post there. Jotaro, thank you for that donation. And he says Real without Benzema is just QPR. Yeah, I mean, you picture this Real Madrid side with Mariano up there instead of Benzema, and it's a completely different tie, isn't it? You know, Bayern Munich rely a lot on Robert Lewandowski, as we saw, but you take Benzema out of this Real Madrid attack, their dependency on him is also massive. Mount is overrated, says Crazy. I mean, it depends what people are saying. It depends on how good people are saying he is. If they're saying best midfielder in the world or best attacker in the world or something like that, I don't think so. But I think that Mason Mount has had a very good season, and over the last 2 seasons has done quite well. In my opinion, at least. If Chelsea had Benzema as their number 9, they would have been 3 up. I mean, you might be right. You might be right there. DAZN Premier League. Declan Rice. Always a joy to listen to Declan Rice speaking. Mariano is still at Real. Yes, he is. Zach. Still there. Still plays now and then, too, to give Benzema a rest. Next season, Frankfurt. What you talking about, Urias? Salvador Rodriguez. What options do both coaches have to get their attacks going? Ziyech, Havertz, or Giroud? Asensio, Isco, or Hazard? Who goes in? Who's off? I think that the attack for Real Madrid, I mean, what do? Do you take off? Let's look at the subs. Let's look at the subs together. Let's see who's available out there. Oh, you guys can't even see it. But, I mean, I don't know what kind of shape he's in, but Eden Hazard getting out there could be interesting for him. It might be too early for him, to be honest. But I think that Eden Hazard playing up against his former club could be interesting. But it's a matter of who do you take off? Marcelo, but then you lose at the back. Do you switch to a 4-3-3, take off Marcelo, and put in an Eden Hazard or something like that? This is saying that Marco Asensio is out there. Did they switch? Or is this just going crazy again? Am I going crazy? This is saying that they're back to a 4th. Oh no, there, it keeps switching on me. God, you see this? This live score keeps on switching. But yeah, maybe Asensio, take Vinicius off for Asensio. But Vinicius has looked fairly decent. I don't say that very often. But Vinicius has looked fairly decent. I think that getting Hazard out there is a very interesting idea. See if he has, sort of a chip on his shoulder or something to prove against his former club. After all this time out, the narrative, after all this time out, after all these injuries at Real Madrid, getting Eden Hazard out there could be interesting. But that might be me with sort of a Daniel Levy sort of brain in appointing Ryan Mason as the head coach of Tottenham, or as the manager of Tottenham, when the guy has 0 experience, and doing it 6 days before a cup final. When you have Jose Mourinho, who has a very good record in cup finals and is the only manager to ever beat Guardiola in a final, and you sack him. But yeah, I think that Eden Hazard coming on. Marcelo, I'm not a believer of what he's doing out there. He's been okay when he cuts in, but I think that putting, either Rodrigo or Asensio on the left, Hazard would be fun. As for Chelsea, their attack has been ticking quite well. They're getting in behind. It's just a matter of finishing those opportunities off and generating better chances from them, that final ball. So maybe you want to look at taking off Mount, but I mean, the pressing that he does, back in the day, and I'm talking like 2-3 months ago, I think that Mount had some of the best pressing statistics in the entirety of the Premier League. So you take him off and you're losing a lot of that. Havertz, does he press as much as Timo Werner? I don't know, because that's sort of Tuchel's approach right now, isn't it? Trying to force mistakes out of this back line for Real Madrid. That's not their top notch players. Oof. Goal from Paul Scholes against Manchester City. So this is driving me crazy how it keeps on switching to the 4-3-3. Stop doing that. But yeah, I mean, what? Now I can't even scroll. Great. Anyway, I think that Timo Werner coming off is an absolute possibility. I think he'll probably give him another 5-10 minutes, see where they're at, and then maybe bring on Kai Havertz. But yeah, I think that if you were to take off Marcelo, you have to go to the back three. Unless you're going to trust Rodrigo or Asensio or Eden Hazard to track back in defense. What am I using for that website? This is livescore.com. But it's bugging out on me right now. It's just not working properly. There, now it is. Madrid attack is too blunt. Yeah, I mean, I think that switching to the 4-3-3 wouldn't be a bad idea for Zidane. I don't know that their defensive cover would be much better. It's not like the three at the back has provided great defensive cover for them anyways. Just switch to the 4-3-3. You can put Nacho as your left back. Carvajal on the right, and then you already have Militão and Varane as your center back, so you're good to go there. Yeah, Salvador, that's the whole point of the super chats, you know? People ask questions to sort of drive a discussion, get the whole chat bumping. Ayush, I agree with you in saying that Benzema has been the best player out there. I agree. Chelsea have done well to sort of ice out Toni Kroos, not give him and Modric enough room. Modric has been a ghost out there. Larry, thank you for the kind words, man. Thanks for stopping by as well. Spread that positivity. What are your thoughts on the comments about Ziyech should leave Chelsea? I think it's way too early for Ziyech to leave Chelsea. You know, after a single season where it hasn't even gone that bad for him, I think that it's crazy for him to leave Chelsea already. And he's shown recently over the last couple of months that he can play and be effective and score goals for them. Saish Sale, what's up? Final 2-2 Chelsea, great final, says Ion Popa. Why do coaches play as P? He's not good at all. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that Azpilicueta is not good. I think that he's pretty decent. I mean, he's losing a step, that's for sure. He's getting slower. You saw him get spun by Vinicius and by Marcelo, I think. Tuchel using some voodoo stuff to counter Zidane's black magic, says Faluda. With 4-3-3, Casemiro can defend better, says MSG11. It's true. Like I was saying, with the 4-3-3, Casemiro can drop down and split the defenders. Free Donny van de Beek. Yeah, that transfer is a confusing one. I feel bad for him. You get convinced to go to Man United, you know, take a chance, and then you never play. I'm back from dinner. I ate Filthy Frank's pocket ravioli. Ooh, delicious, Mike. Delicious. He's okay, but you need more pace to exploit the spaces left by Marcelo. Brody, I assume you're still talking about Aspilicueta. And I think that the whole point of having him out there is to have some defensive solidity down that right flank where Vinicius is playing to help out on that side. But yeah, that's another way to look at it. You know, you have someone like Callum Hudson-Odoi in there instead, and maybe they could torch that right side. It's back. The game is back and ready to start. Here we go. Donnie should review benches and put it on YouTube. Can you imagine? That would be great content. If he gave like a behind the scenes look at the different sort of benches and dugouts at various Premier League pitches. Hey man, he wouldn't be wasting his time out there. Adrian, would you like to see Juve playing in the Europa League? Sure, why not? Have a go in the Europa League. Back in yeah, I see that big Lebowski reference out there. I see that H game. Weren't Juve in the Europa League in like 2009 or something like that? 2009, 2010? Somewhere around there. Now, Chelsea on the attack. Ooh. Pulisic trying to dance his way in. Oh, good turn from Mason Mount. Good ball in. Collected by Thibaut Courtois. No one at that near post. Yeah, that's it, Zach. That's the time I was talking about. That Fulham team beating Juve. Hilarious. Mendy. The press is non-existent from Real Madrid. Playing much more pragmatic. Militão forward. Long ball to Vinicius. I mean, he's never going to win that battle against Christensen and Thiago Silva. Never. Pulisic. Ooh. Ooh. Madrid looking shaky in the defense once again. No one's surprised by that, though, are they? Werner. Blocked by Eder Militão. Yeah, actually, Benfica played against Juve since they were in the Europa League in 2010 also. But I was I was calling back to the 2009 or 10 one. It was 2010 when they played against Fulham because that was such an iconic loss for them. We did, and I called out Adrian on it, and he ignored like a bitch. Sorry for ignoring the call out, Miguel. Let's see Eden Hazard out there. Let's go. Militão. Nothing can change my mind about Timo. He's a Finnish striker. What? From how long has it been? 3, 4, like he was scoring well until about November. So it's been November, December, January, February, March. He's finished already. Everything else is a race just because of a bad half season or so. Crazy. Holy spam, my God. Time that boy out. Oh, Chelsea with a rare cough up of possession right on the halfway line. Benzema wasting it. My goodness, that was poor from Benzema. All that talk from us about him being the man of the match went to his head, hey? When he had someone to square the ball to as well. Alan Abraham, I mean, you missed a good first half. It was very entertaining. But hey, still a lot of football to be played. 40 minutes here. Vinicius is better than Mount. Militão. Yeah, that's it, Ethan. 20 goal involvements for Werner, I assume you're talking about. He's still been involved, you know? His finishing, yes. No one can say that his finishing has been elite. That's for sure. He's clearly shaken when it comes to that. Same thing sort of happened to Morata. I mean, Morata has sort of gone on to continue to be a shaky performer. But he said when he was at Chelsea, he was completely shaken. I think that happened a bit with Timo Werner as well. But once he gets it back, because this is not the player that was at RB Leipzig. And you can say, oh, the league isn't as strong. I mean, the kinds of goals that he was scoring at RB Leipzig, he would not be scoring at Chelsea right now simply because he would be incapable of doing so with the sort of form his finishing is in. Who's that coming on? Reece James? Reece James to play down that right side? Tuchel outclassing Zidane? Well, it is 1-1. Pretty even. People talking about Mount versus Vinicius is not something I expected. Well broken up there. Now Marcelo with Vinicius ahead of him. He goes for the long ball over to Benzema. Looks like he'll be able to keep it in. He can. But he can't get his pass off. Poor. Poor ball from Marcelo in the end. Sent him to the corner. There's Hazard warming up. Will we see him out there? Some of the passing from Real Madrid has just been shocking. Especially Eder Militão. What are you doing? Ball forward. Carvajal does well to deal with it. Modric. Will we see him a little bit more? Will he impose himself a bit? Madrid have changed their shape. Look at how far up Marcelo is playing. I mean, I think they have. It looks like they've changed their shape a little bit because they need that. That, like I was saying, that gap between the midfield. Oh, Modric almost put Vinicius in clear, but that gap between the midfield and the defenders was killing them in the first half. It was giving Chelsea way too much room. But it's hard to say if they actually did change their shape. You know. Hey, Adrian, love your content, man. You seem like an amazing dude. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you, man. Oh my goodness. What a Greek name. That is a stunning name. Palaiologos Alexopoulos. Hell yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you for the kind words. Sorry if I butchered your name. I apologize. They've dropped back a bit, says Pranav. Yeah, they certainly have. They certainly have. Brody Asher, Timo isn't pressing well enough to support him staying on now. He is jogging out there. I wouldn't be surprised if he's taken off soon. Now, a giveaway there from Azpilicueta. Can Real... Ooh, they do. They do make the most of it. Oh, but then Modric slips. People falling all over the place there. It's well done from Casemiro to get out of that cul-de-sac by putting it through the legs, but the slip from Modric killed that attack. Unfortunate. I hear a FaceTime going off. Is that in the stream? No, it's not. It must be out front. There must be an Uber Eats guy or something. Chilwell going down. Everybody's slipping out there, eh? Casemiro. Adrian on drugs. I mean, yeah. Hey, Kevin, thanks for coming out, man. No problem for being late. Should make a shirt with expected throw-ins. Hell yeah. You have a bet on a draw, Omalemo. Ooh, I mean, it feels like it's going to be. Adrian, what's your drink of choice after a massive Benfica loss? I don't drink much. I don't really have a go-to drink. Not that I won't drink. I will drink socially with friends, hanging out. I do enjoy, an amber wine now and then. But I don't have, like, my drink, Oh, there it is. There it is. Alberto with the first. This game is kind of dull. We got it. We got someone talking about it. It has become a bit of a defensive match, hasn't it, in the second half? Toni Kroos gets himself a yellow card. Jeez, that did not seem like it was going to be a yellow card challenge. I thought it was a clean challenge. Man, why you not do some FIFA, says AK24 stars? Just because FIFA has become so boring to me. I just don't enjoy playing it anymore. I haven't enjoyed playing. Oh yeah, that was definitely a foul from Toni Kroos. I hadn't enjoyed playing it for a while, but I still liked producing the FIFA content. But it's just gotten to the point where I just dislike playing it so much that I don't even enjoy playing it for the content, Mason Mount on the free kick. Real will snatch the win at the end, says Prince FA. I wouldn't be surprised if Real scored at the end. They, like you said, they are the kings of the late goals. Enjoy your practice, Chaos. Adrian, we're talking about pizza and garlic bread. Sounds like people are bored of every match that there is. Is football boring to you guys now? Did something change that I didn't get the memo on? Will Hazard come on? I don't know, Tom Palmer. I'd love to see it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen. It could still feel early in his recovery because he's been injured so many times that at this point, just let him recuperate. Take the rest of the season off, This chat is a big ad for the ESL. Yeah. Much more exciting football with two of the teams that would have been in the ESL. Why don't we just watch some 3v3, 3v3 football. Take it to the streets. Super League has taken the magic out of it. Yeah, I mean, no fans does play a big role, Mr. Dubček. It's true. They really add a lot to the atmosphere. I think that we didn't really realize how much. Oh, and In Hazard is coming on. Dude. I believe he is coming on. But I think that we take for granted just how much the fans add, even at a broadcast sense. Forget about being in the stadium. That's obvious. But from a broadcast sense, it's like, just look at the Carabao Cup this past weekend. The match, or at least the feed that I was watching, it was just the stadium sound. But you could still hear the fans, and it was amazing to hear the chants and everything. Lucas Conrad, thank you for that donation. What do you mean by Dream Team? Like my Dream 11 or like a iteration of Benfica or something from the past? But I thank you for that donation, Lucas. Very kind of you. Eden Hazard is coming on. Hakim Ziyech is coming on. It looks like Reece James is coming on. Don't fall asleep yet, guys. Do not fall asleep yet. Why no golazzos? Says Darshan. I mean, there's been 2 goals already, but look, you're watching Chelsea. You know there's not going to be goals. If these are Chelsea fans saying that this is a boring game, what have you been watching the last little while? You know, like I said earlier, you guys have only scored, or Chelsea have only. Well, I don't know why I'm saying you guys. Chelsea have only scored more than 2 goals once since Tuchel took over. So this is par for the course with Chelsea. Low scoring stuff. I mean, Real Madrid isn't exactly a high scoring team either at the best of times. Where's my guy Lucas Conrad at? Did he clarify what I meant by, or what he meant? Lucas? Hello? I mean, answer the question how you like. It could be fun to hear your all-time Benfica 11. I feel like Benfica is a team that goes under the radar a lot. Eden Hazard is on the pitch, by the way, for Vinicius Jr., so it's getting exciting. I think that I had the most fun watching Benfica in the, like... My fondest memories are when we had, like, Cardozo and Lima up front, Luis Zong and Garay at the back, you know... Sort of the 2012-ish era. Now, I know that we had a couple of finals that we lost around then, which are not fun, losing those Europa League titles. But those teams were just so fun. Salvio, Gaetan. Yeah, man. Really good memories. Contrang before he became a bastard. That whole era from like 2010 to 2013, 14-ish was really, really fun to watch. Aspilicueta off. Good luck, Dr. Darkrai. Hazard's getting a hat trick. We'll see. We shall see. Now is this game getting more interesting, guys? You know, a little bit of change of personnel. Didn't Aymar play for Benfica? Yeah, he's part of that sort of era as well. Mount. Ball forward. Havertz. Ziyech. Havertz looking silky on the ball. Hazard getting hat-trick injury. If Hazard scores, question is, will he celebrate? Likely not, but maybe. I mean, players differ on their opinions about celebrating. Havertz cutting inside on his left. Ziyech wide to Chilwell. Mount. Ooh, turns Militão inside out and blocked by Varane. That was good work from Mount there to get a shot off. Jorginho. Hazard to do an Adebayor knee slide. uh, Mount's turns are a great sight to witness. I agree with you there, actually. What he did to, who was it, Zaidu or Manafa? I can't remember which one it was at Porto. Oof. Spun. Who's winning La Liga? I think that I had Real Madrid winning it in like a tweet that I did. I didn't do a video on my predictions, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Barcelona pull it out. They've been good domestically. That's a big handball from Chilwell. Hazard on the ball, and he gets it taken from him by Kai Havertz, of all people. Hard to tell where exactly Chelsea's attackers are playing. And I guess that's exactly what Tuchel wants. Rudiger driving forward with Chilwell to his left. Chilwell will no doubt check inside as he does to Mount. Oof. Koeman is underrated as a coach, says Olaf. I think that his reputation is one that he deserved, but he has done a lot better this season. That is for sure. I think that he's going... this is one of his better projects that he's worked on. Oof, that's poor from Real Madrid. Now, Chelsea attacking. Ziyech, good ball across. And Havertz can't get there. Oh, Marcelo with the cheekiest attempt at a through ball to Hazard. And it goes out. Casemiro. Yeah, actually, I think that that's a good way of putting it. I think Koeman is overhated on, but not underrated. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. He sort of deserved the reputation that he built up for himself after, the mess that he made at Everton. But then he started to rebuild it a bit with the Dutch national side. Oh, Marcelo just turned straight into Mason Mount. Mount, that's good one-touch play from Chelsea to break out here. Forward to Ziyech. Militão. Oh, Ziyech can't. If he steps inside and rolls that inside to Mason Mount, that could be 2-1 right there. But yeah, Koeman started to do really well with the Dutch national side. I mean, just look at them with under Frank de Boer now. Ooh. Jamie Calder, Timo Werner is off now. He had one good opportunity to score that was saved by Thibaut Courtois. He probably could have done better with the finish. Missed a million chances. I must have missed out on the other ones. Ooh. Ooh. Ziyech with the attempt to get the ball back into the box. It almost looped over Courtois and in. Luka Modric losing the ball. Real Madrid are not being very tidy, are they? With their possession. Looking quite poor. Hot dog. Watching DAZN on your PS4, PS5 is as close to the live game as it gets? Really? Their streams are faster than the web player. Interesting. I'll have to try that. Zola's coming on. Always forget that he was at Bayern last season. Ball from Kroos. Taken down well by Rafael Varane. That was beautiful. And he's run into a corner with no one around him, and he wins a corner. Oh, that control from Varane was stunning. Just plucked the ball out of the air. Hot dog, good comms, man. I appreciate the research. I'm going to look into that. Ball in. Casemiro can't get to it. Benzema straight at Reece James. Casemiro rolls it back to Marcelo. The strike. Shouldn't have gone for it. Blocked. Nacho rolls it wide to Hazard. Hazard back to Modric. Nowhere to go for him. Toni Kroos in the corner. The awesome sauce. Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what Odriozola was last season. Most overused word in football. Overrated, underrated. Yeah, I'd say. Asensio and Odriozola coming on. Carvajal is off. Marcelo is off. I assume that Nacho's going to move into left back and they're going to go to a 4-3-3. Unless he's going to trust Asensio to, track back. Bop the Mop says, I would say late winner coming, but Ramos isn't playing, so it's going to stay 1-1. Yeah, that definitely hurts their opportunities to score a late winner, as Ramos want to do. Casemiro and Benzema score late as well. That's a good ball forward to Kai Havertz. Good tracking back there from Varane. Good tackle as well. And the referee gives a foul for that. Free kick outside of the box. This seems like Hakim Ziyech territory to me. And Varane definitely did not get the ball there. Oh, yeah, that's an absolute foul. In real time, it looked like he got the ball just because it didn't move. But that's absolutely a foul. Here we go. What can Chelsea do from here? Good area for a free kick. Yellow card for Rafael Varane. James, Mount, and Ziyech all standing over it. Let Ronaldo take this one, says Leif Järvinen. Good idea. Here we go. Looks like Ziyech is going to take it. Real have a man laying down behind the wall. Saved by Courtois. Not a bad free kick. Not perfectly placed, though. Yeah, Ryan, Odriozola should pursue an acting career. He looks like a Casey Affleck. Hey? He's got that vibe to him. Hazard. Asensio. Hazard again. Ziyech is Moroccan. Whoever was asking. Ooh, Hazard goes for the flick, and there's no one making that run in behind. Oh my God, Casemiro goes hard into that tackle. Looks like it was cleanly won, but definitely went hard. Militão. 10 minutes left in this one. It's definitely died down in comparison. Adrian, what does your sixth sense say? Who will clutch? This feels like the kind of game that Real Madrid grabs a winner in like the 91st minute or something like that. But I don't know. I think that this one's locked at 1-1. Hopefully we've jinxed it, people. Hopefully we've jinxed it. Corner kick. No, goal kick? Oh, it's a goal kick. Never mind. Thought that we'd be treated to a... Oh, no, it's offside. That's what's happening. It's offside. Thought we'd be treated to a corner kick, but it's offside. Zidane literally toweling off. That's how much it's raining. N'Golo Kante. Ball to the back post. Christensen. Mount. Chilwell. 7 minutes now. Jorginho with the diagonal ball. Decent, but well defended by Odriozola. Modric goes out for a throw-in. Adrian, Kante or Casemiro? I would go for Casemiro myself. I think he's maybe the best central defensive midfielder in the world. this version of Casemiro versus this version of Conte, at least. Conte in the past, you know, when he was at Leicester and then that first season or two at Chelsea. For France at the World Cup, incredible. But the last 2 seasons have been unkind to him, whether it's, you know, the change of position or whatever it is. Not being able to settle. It's just not the same N'Golo Kante that he was before. Kimmich is another good one, though, says CR. Kimmich, that's difficult. Kimmich versus Casemiro. Boosie or Kimmich? I'm going Kimmich all day right now. But are you guys talking about ball winning? Like if you want someone to win the ball, Conte or Casemiro? Because I think that Casemiro takes it there. Overall passing and, you know, the wide range of positions that Kimmich can play in, I'm taking him. If I'm looking for the most versatile, best central midfielder, I'm going Kimmich. But if I want defensive solidity, I think that I'm going to choose Casemiro. It's the physical presence as well, you know? Ooh. Hazard. Goes wide. Ball across. Headed away easily. Oh, Hazard really thought he's going to play that through to Odriozola. Now he does. That was good vision from Hazard. Just to wait and wait and wait. Yeah, you're right, El Senor. He used to be a right back. Good header from Casemiro. Oof. Ball's deflected out. Real Madrid looking a little bit better in these late stages. This is when they're at their most dangerous, isn't it? This is when Real Madrid provide a lot of danger, whether it's to tie up the match late, to score a late winner. They always seem to have that extra gear right at the end. But this Chelsea side, they're a different animal when it comes to defense. Unless they're up against West Brom, of course. Good ball from Benzema inside to Odriozola. Modric cuts inside on Mount. Suddenly, Modric looks like he has energy. Kroos with the deflected strike, and it's a corner kick. Prime Immobile or Prime Werner? I'm going Prime Immobile, man. Mind you, he's much older than Werner. Werner's still, what, 23, 24? How old is he? 25. Still has time. Still has time to find his peak. Kroos into the box. Good ball. Varane just wide. Decent header. Looks like it's another corner. Oh, so close. Off of Chilwell, actually. Another corner kick. Good ball. Benzema. Headed across by Casemiro and gathered by Edouard Mendy. Mendy rolls it wide to Rudiger to drive forward down this left side. Rudiger at sprint. Who knew that Rudiger was this fast, man? Only recently that I realized how fast Rudiger is. And he's going to going to lay on the floor for a little bit. Immobile at Dortmund was classic. Rudiger, he has a life-threatening injury. He's going to stay down. Rudiger, top 5 defenders at the moment. Bold claim, bold claim. Rodrigo is coming on for Real Madrid right at the end here. Oh, Stephanie Myers. Stephanie Myers coming through. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you once again. Am I going to have to start freestyling with how slow this is? Is Rudiger actually injured, or is he just doing like the time wasting of a lifetime? Nah, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's fine. Of course he's fine. I thought that they were bringing out the stretcher for this man. I was ready to take my words back. Jorginho. Chilwell. 3 minutes of added time. I mean, Rudiger's already eaten up a third of that. That's right, Pablo. That's who I had as my picks. This has not been a very good Real Madrid performance, though, has it? N'Golo Kante, Jorginho, Casemiro, Modric, taken out by Rudiger. Get Steven. I don't know where Steven is. I think he's sleeping under the bed, so it's going to be a no-go this time. Benzema off. Rodrigo on. It's going to be over soon. Ryan Nesbitt. Hey, thank you for that $5 donation, my friend. Right at the end here. Ryan Nesbitt, number 11. My guy. Now, can Chelsea steal it at the end? Not a good ball across from Reece James. Looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Real deep in their own half. This Real Madrid side, they really need to play a rotated 11 this weekend. They need some rest, it looks like. Playing up against Chelsea next week. It is next week, right? Is that game? No, it's a foul. I mean, it should be game in 1 second here. Let's check in on throw-ins once again, my friends. Throw-ins still dominated by Real Madrid, 24-13. Unfortunately, whatever Tuchel said to his team at halftime didn't really change much. Only 8 more throw-ins in that second half. Better than their first half, of course, but they need more. They could have used some more away throw-ins. And that's it. The game is over. 1-1. The final, a crucial away goal for Chelsea. Should they have had more? Probably. I think both sides could say the same, but Chelsea especially, I think they generated the better opportunities. Hey, Rabona TV, can I permaban Antonio RL? What? I don't know. What is he doing? Is he being annoying? I don't know. Anyway, that threw me off when someone's asking for a permaban. But yeah, that away goal is good. Could be crucial. We'll see if Real Madrid can cancel that out when they play in the second leg at Stamford Bridge. Not the most memorable match, but it did fly by. Maybe it's just because I was so busy this morning that sitting down for a couple of hours and not doing anything felt like a quick little break. But yeah, that was, it had its moments, this match. It had its dull moments. It had its good moments. But it was never going to be a high-scoring match between these two with Chelsea and Real Madrid involved. Not going to happen. Nice to see Eden Hazard seeing his old teammates there, Antonio Rudiger and Thibaut Courtois. Let's thank the people that gave donations such as Dr. Darkrai. Shout out Dr. Darkrai. Zach, the moderator. And by the way, let's drop some M's in the chat right now. Right now. All right, Melon, you are a very annoying guy. See you later. Thank you for your contributions. Muzai Records also donated. AV Gaming, Salvador Rodriguez, Chandler Smith, Jesus Borgono, Jotaro, Lucas Conrad, Stephanie Myers, Ryan Nesbitt. Thank you all for the donations. I'll have a video for you guys tomorrow. If you are a member of the channel, your member exclusive video should be up. We're talking about Harry Kane, Tottenham, Jose Mourinho. It was a fun video to work on. But yeah, tomorrow's video is about Bayern and the Bundesliga and how there's sort of a merry-go-round of managers going on there. How the food chain, I don't know if you guys remember the video I did a little while ago about the Bundesliga food chain and how stories about Bayern buying other players gets totally overblown. But more evidence of the food chain. Bayern get Nagelsmann from Leipzig, Gladbach get their manager taken away from them from Dortmund, so they take Eintracht Frankfurt's manager. Yeah, it's a good video. It's a good video. So thank you guys. We will watch PSG versus Manchester City tomorrow. Very much looking forward to that one. That should be a very good game. I mean, these games that we think are going to be goal fest, they never are they? So let's go into it. Let's all promise each other that we'll go into it with zero expectations, okay? I think that would be best so that the football gods don't get mad at us and give us, a boring 0-0 match. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. And I will hope I will see you tomorrow. Ciao. Oh shit, Stephanie, what up? With the M.